Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we have the 1/400 scale as well as 1/200 scale Gemini Jets March 2021 releases, which is a very unexpected release and I am so thrilled to finally announce them. As you can see just by looking at them right here, we have a bunch of rare models that we have been asking for ages. And we'll start off with the Amerijet Boeing 767-300 for $51. As you can see, it is very well detailed, and I will most likely be picking this one up. You have the cockpit, you have the Amerijet logo, as well as the winglets, and the red, blue, and red stripes going across the aircraft, all the way to the back, which is the dark blue tail with some sort of, I think this is Texas, I could be wrong though, with the red, blue, and red star, or lines, excuse me. This is a excellent model, and I hope to pick it up. Next, we have the Bombardier Crj-900 or Mitsubishi Crj-900 by Delta Connection. And oh man, is this huge. We have been waiting for ages for this. I do have one concern, which is with the winglets and the wing. The wing does look a little messed up in my opinion, as well as the winglet, so I do hope it is a great mold. You can see a bunch of detail towards the front, and then Delta Connection and the registration, which is N821SK, and the two overwing exits, as well as the two cargo doors, and the one in the back. And then, of course, you have the engine in the back and the Delta logo, and the little fins that come on normal CRJ aircrafts. I'm very happy that Gemini Jets released this, and I will be picking this one up. Next, we have the Frontier Airlines Airbus A321. This is in the Steve the Eagle livery. This is definitely a fantastic release by Gemini Jets, and it is $46.95. Let's take a look at that. Oh man, this is absolutely astonishing, and I will be purchasing this aircraft for sure. Right here you have the nose cone as well as the cockpit windows, antenna, and then the Frontier logo. Your green engines, once again the engines will be oversized, as I can already see by the computer generated aircraft. And then you have the registration in 709FR with the American flag, and a few antennas as well as the eagle on the back, which does have a lot of good detail towards the front as well. Next we have the Jet 2 Holidays Boeing 757-200. This does have a lot of detail towards the front as well. The Jet 2 Holiday logo, package holidays you can trust. Then you have the sun on the back as well as on the winglet. And then on the engine it says Jet 2 Holidays. Nothing special, and I will not be picking this one up, but it does have pretty good detail. Next is the Khalida Charters 2, Roman numeral 2, and it is $46.95, and it is a Boeing 727-200. And I have to say, I will probably not be picking this one up, but this does look like a very awesome model for people that collect the older genre of aircrafts. You do have your typical 727 nose cone with the first door right here. Then Khalida Charters 2. I do like the detail towards the back with the all gray and the red line, and the gray going towards the middle, as well as the two antennas at the bottom and one on the top, and then your beacon light, and then your APU towards the back. Very good detail. Next we have the SAS Airbus A321 Neo, as you can see right here, for $46.95. Let's take a look at that aircraft. This also does have very good detail. The engines do look quite big, unfortunately, but I don't think that should ruin the model at all. You do have your antenna and your Star Alliance logo, as well as your cockpit windows and nose cone with the gray SAS logo, the two overwing exits with a beacon light and a Wi-Fi box with two more antennas towards the top, then the registration SE-DMO, and then you have your blue sharklets right here and the SAS towards the back. Very good model for the Scandinavian collectors. Next, we have the Southwest Boeing 737-700 in the classic retro livery. This is $46.95. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely gorgeous. I am so excited to have this as well as the Delta and Frontier. This is just a excellent release that we have been looking for. You have the Classic right here, and then the Mustard livery, the Sharklets, which look absolutely amazing. And then you have your antenna and your Wi-Fi box, American flag, and the registration in 714CB, and your 2 doors and the typical Mustard livery tail with the APU and the horizontal stabilizers. I will be picking this one up, but only one of them. But it is, oh my goodness, this is an excellent release. Next, we have the Bombardier Crj-200lr, which stands for Long Range by United Express. And oh man, I must be picking up at least 5 of these, because for Denver, it is everywhere. It is $42.95, once again in 1/400 scale. Once again, I do have the same concern with the winglet. It does look kind of funky, as well as the nose cone. It looks a little too slanted compared to their old mold, but I do hope that this turns out very well. You do have your United Express logo and your Star Alliance logo. Here's your main door and then your overwing exit with the registration in 246PS with the American flag. You have 1 antenna, 2 antenna, 3 antennas, and the Wi-Fi box. Here are your dark blue engines and your dark blue Sharklets, as well as your flaps right here. I do like the detail on the fading with the new livery, also known as the Evo Blue. It does have a lot of good detail. We will go on to 1/400 Gemini Max for March 2020 releases, which is a Nato Royal Netherlands Air Force A330-200. This does look very good. I do like the detail at the top as well as on the wing. It is your typical military gray. It does look a little bit lighter than usual though, but it does have definitely some good detail back here and towards the top. Next, we have the 1/200 Gemini 200 March 2020 releases, or 2021 releases, sorry. Guess I'm still stuck in the 2021 year, or 2020 year. This is the Airbridge Cargo Boeing 747-400 with optional doors. So they do open and close configuration with a whopping $202, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I guess you get what you pay for, because you do have a lot of good detail with the opening and closing of the cargo hatches, as well as the detail towards the aircraft with ABC Pharma, I think is how you pronounce it. You do have your 2 engines and your winglet, as well as your tail, APU, and horizontal stabilizers. Pretty basic livery, but I do like this model for sure. Next, we have the Air Transit Airbus A321 Neo. This is $94. Not bad at all. This does have very good detail at the back. Then you do have the 1 overwing exit opposed to 2 that you see on some A321 Neos. The engine actually does look pretty proportioned on the 1/200 scale, which makes me mad, because if they can do it on 1/200 scale, why can't they do it on 1/400? I definitely don't think it'll ruin the Frontier model at all, but here you have the Canadian flag, as well as some detail towards the front. You have the Air Transit logo and antenna, as well as 1 door, overwing exit, another door, and then the back door. And you do have 2 more antennas at the top and 3 at the bottom. And then you do have 1 beacon light in the smack middle of the aircraft. And then you do have a pretty good amount of detail towards the back with your star and then your other white star on the tail. This is a definitely good model. Next, you have the Airbus Beluga with opening nose. This is a A330-700. Here it is. This is cool. This entire compartment right here with the line does open up, which is pretty cool. I do like the detail towards the back. I can only imagine how expensive this is. I didn't quite look at the price, but this model is going to be like taller than an A380. It's going to be huge. And then you have your single engine and your registration and winglet right here. So nothing special about this aircraft, just the Beluga. It's huge. and it is a whopping $164. Next, we have the Delta Boeing 737-900ER with split scimitars. I really do like this for the 1-400 collection as well as the 1-200. This does look like it has a lot of good detail with the yellow antennas, the Wi-Fi box, and the split scimitars look absolutely perfect, as well as your tail towards the back with the Delta logo. And then you have your APU and your, I forget what they call this, but basically when you take off, if you take off too steep, like vertical speed, and you hit the runway, this stops it from damaging the plane. Next, we have the Eastern Boeing 727-100 for $96. Let's take a look at that aircraft. Definitely some good detail here. You have the Eastern logo, and it says Whisper Jet on the tail. Not quite sure why they do that, but here we have the teal as well as the dark blue going in a stripe towards the back of the tail, and then your all gray wings. I will not be picking up this model, but it does look very nice. Next, we have the Qantas Link Boeing Bombardier Q200 for $72.95. Let's take a look at that. Definitely some good detail here with Qantas Link going across the body of the aircraft. It is kind of hard to see the windows, but it is definitely there. Then your cargo hatch towards the back with the registration VH-TQX, and then you have your Qantas logo on the tail. Definitely a very good model. They also did release the United Express CRJ-200 in 1-200 scale. This definitely looks a lot better than the 1-400 scale with the winglets. So I am praying that they still have good detail on the 1-400 one. Otherwise, I'm going to be literally so mad. This one does have the same registration into 46PS with the American flag. And then you have your United Express titles right there. And then as you can see right here, it's pretty hard to see, but it says Connecting People, Uniting the World. That is their slogan. And then the Star Alliance logo right there. The antennas do look pretty big. I'm pretty sure that's normal. I think it's just because it's a 1-200 scale. I'm not sure what that antenna is doing right there. That definitely does not belong there. Hopefully the quality control on this batch is much better than the last few. And then you do have your other cargo hatch back there. The last aircraft is the Boeing Kc 46. This is $120, and this is the military Air Force Base one. This comes in your typical gray paint. This is basically a modified 767. You can see it can give out fuel to like fighter jets back here with the, I forget what they call it. I think it's called a boom. And then you do have your tail back here with the American flag. And you do have a lot of antennas towards the top. So I definitely am happy with the detail. Then right here it says U.S. Air Force and 37AMN, I think is what it says. I'm pretty sure that's Air Force Base or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with military models at all. But I definitely do like the detail on this one. That does conclude our March 2021 releases by Gemini Jets. And overall, I am so thrilled that some of these models have come out. I do have a few concerns with the Delta connection as well as United Express. Because if you take a look at the winglets, it does not look accurate at all. And I'm hoping that's just the computer generated one. Because if I order 5 of these and it's like $200 and they look terrible, I'm not going to be happy. And I will definitely be leaving a complaint. But I'm very happy with these releases overall, giving it a 10 out of 10. And I'm very thankful they're actually listening to the community and what we want. And this will definitely sell out fast, so if you want these models, make sure to order fast. Thank you for watching, and if you did enjoy or this was helpful in any way, please consider leaving a like on the video. Goodbye.